Shalom. I start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Harakah, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Salutations to those for that's pushing the truth across four corners of the earth and all for the truth and sincerity. This I'm one about back in the city. This one going to real quick. Just going to about the times, right now and going forward, things gonna, the prophecies of the Bible, right? That the apostles and the elders and brother great millstone teach. The men of the Lord, that this place America, Babylon Great, is the times ahead, even now, but the times ahead is gonna be, very evil, bad times, horrific, judgments that's gonna come down by the Lord Yahweh Shah, and I say, man, like I said, the only ones gonna make out of, the great tribulation, the troubles, is the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino natives, as things go, as this, as this place America, Babylon Great goes forward, things just keep going right now or whatever, things ain't gonna get no better, and like I say, people want America, Babylon Great to be, to get better, or, things go back to how it was, used to be, whatever. But it's not. That's not the case. The Lord Yahweh Shah, he hates this place, America, Babylon Great. He hates the so-called white people, Esau, Edomite devils. These red Edomite devils that's in power. He hates them. He wants them out of the power seat. He wants them to be destroyed. He wants this place, America, Babylon Great, to be destroyed. So nothing's good coming. Nothing. All the having fun and this and that. That's finna stop. Eventually. Soon. Everybody. They're still partying, bullshitting. They finna get a rude awakening. When all hell breaks loose out here in America, Babylon Great. This financial system collapse. And then, like I said, the ushering in of the Marco C-Hip, the MOTB, the Mark of the Beast. You're gonna have to take that Marco C-Hip to buy and sell. But I'm getting to it. 2nd Ezra 16:17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? So this is Ezra. He like, woe is me, like seeing like how bad things, seeing that division of of what he was seeing then and now the times that we're in, seeing how bad the vision was, seeing how how crazy, how seeing the wrath and destruction, seeing the destruction of America, Babylon Great, and so forth, and he say, who would deliver me in those days, Hey, me myself first foremost, and those that believe in Lord Yahweh Shai, hey, Yahushua, he gonna be the one to deliver the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino natives, Hopefully, them probably righteous number, but Lord Yahushua is gonna deliver the elect of the Israelites, from his wrath and destruction, they gonna bring upon America, Babylon the Great. But next verse, 2nd Ezra 16:18. The beginning of sorrows, great mournings, the beginning of famine, and great death. So we in the beginning of sorrows and great mournings right now, right? We in the beginning. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars. You know what I'm saying? We in those beginning times of wars, and and so forth, right? Situation with the U.S. and Iran and so forth, right? But it's gonna escalate into a full-fledged World War III, But I'm reading on, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils You know, so like I say, we in the beginning of those bad times right now. Again, like I say, we in the beginning. It's gonna intensify. It's gonna amp up. It's gonna get way worse. You know, ain't gonna get no better here in America. Babylon Great. You know, what shall I do? What shall I do when these evils shall come? You know, and like I say, you know, I mean, the only thing you can do, you know, what I'm saying, me myself first foremost, and those that believe in Lord Yahweh Shai, is to put your faith and trust in the Lord Yahweh Shai. You know that. You know, you pray, repent, and just hope the Lord Yahweh Shai have mercy and deliver. If you're a part of righteous number, the elect, you know, Lord Yahweh Shai have mercy on you and deliver you. You know, from the, you know, the wrath and judgment and the plagues that Lord Yahweh Shai gonna bring upon America, Babylon Great. That's all you can do. You know, that's all you can do, man. Pray and have faith, believe, and just hope that Lord Yahweh Shai have mercy. You know, but I'm gonna go from there. I didn't want to make this too long. This is not gonna be a long sitting, so I'm just trying to go to Matthew. What's that? No. Okay. Yeah, it's Matthew 24, but so it's like, matter of fact, I had it. I'll see something real quick. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay. Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. You know. So the great troubles, you know, the great tribulations, you know, like I say, we in the beginning of those troubles. You know, not since the world began. You know, so it's gonna be, you know, the times that we are facing now going forward gonna be, you know, a time that, you know, never since, you know, the war, you know, since the beginning, you know, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be so crazy. It's gonna be wild out here. So, you know, it's gonna be a lot of things happening, man. I say we know times now, but you know, I say it's gonna tense, man. It's gonna be so intense, man. And I say, you know, only ones that really gonna keep their faith in Lord Yahweh Shai is the elect. Like I said, the elect, you know, have a different type of faith and, you know, built different. The elect of the Israelites, you know, the elect is not gonna waver no matter what, you know, is going on around them, whatever. The elect gonna keep their faith no matter what in the Lord Yahweh Shai, and they're gonna keep teaching the truth, keep on believing, you know, until the end, you know. But everybody else, you know, 2/3 Israelites that don't have, you know, a strong faith in Lord Yahweh Shai, you know, don't have a solid foundation in the Lord Yahweh Shai, you know, they just gonna, you know, get caught up in, you know, the judgments that Lord Yahweh Shai has, or, you know, they just gonna, you know, bug out or whatever, you know, they're gonna fall into, like I say, this all into, you know, those great judgments, you know, that Lord Yahweh Shai has, you know, the wrath and judgments that Lord Yahweh Shai has in store, you know, like, you know, but like I say, you know, Israel, like I said, the elect gonna be the elect gonna keep their faith and not, you know, no matter what, you know, no matter what, how bad things get, you know, the elect faith is if you're the number, if you truly believe Lord Yahweh Shai, your faith is gonna stay strong in Lord Yahweh Shai. You know, you ain't gonna budge for nothing. You know, you're not gonna bow down. You're not gonna give in to this NWO agenda. These Edomites, you know, so-called white people Edomites agenda. These elites. You know, you're not gonna take that micro C-hip, which is the mark of the beast. You know, the elect gonna be, you know, Lord Yahweh going, you're gonna have ways, the elect, they ain't gonna, you ain't gotta worry about that. Like I said, Lord Yahweh gonna make sure that if you're the part of the righteous number, you're gonna be okay. If you're the elect number, you're gonna be okay, man. But go from there. Matthew 24:22. And except those days should be shortened. Excuse me, read it again. Matthew 24:22. And except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So hey, the days are being shortened. Days going by fast, speeding up, constantly like, hey, it's going right. Like, the weeks and days are flying by. The months, man. This the middle of June. June about to be over with. We finna head to July. So we have the year end in 2026, and now we're finna be, and you got the rest of this summer. We're finna be in the fall before you know it. So hey, Lord Yahweh speeding up these times, man, for the elect's sake. Because no flesh shall be saved. It's gonna be so bad. It's already getting bad out here. But like I said, it's on the beginning, but it's gonna get real bad, man. Like, man, I'm talking about, you're gonna have these these sirens, these ambulances going just back, and you're gonna hear it just going back and forth. Just chaos, right? It's gonna be so chaotic out here, man. It's gonna get that bad. I'm saying 911 ain't gonna be available. They either gonna be too busy, or they just not gonna take no more calls because how crazy and chaotic it's gonna get out here in America, Babylon Great, in the cities. In America, Babylon Great, man. So, hey, man. I just say, the elect. Hopefully, probably righteous number. But those that believe Lord Yahweh Shai, keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep believing. Don't give up. That goes to me first and foremost. I keep the faith and don't give up. Keep believing, keep teaching the word. Pushing the best of your ability, and just hold on, man. So with that, I didn't want to make it too long. Hope this will edify. So again, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kadash, to the apostles, elders, to the sisters, brothers, to the few Akwaf sisters, to do listen, keep the faith in Yahweh Shai, keep fighting with that. Say Shalom.